Welcome to Flip Lesson 8 for the 5th grade. Today we're going to look at the relationship between addition and subtraction. And to do that, we're really going to start by looking at the idea of subtraction. As we look at subtraction, we need to know a couple different terms that may pop up as you're dealing with word sentences or word problems that have to do with math. All right, and the first word that we're going to notice that is going to come up is the word minus. So that's a term to definitely put into your notes on the left side, the term minus. When you see the term minus, we want to remember that that means subtraction. So that when we see a sentence like this, what is 6 minus 3, we can say, okay, this minus right here means subtract. And I'm going to take the larger number, which is 6, minus the smaller number, which is 3. And 6 minus 3 gives us an answer of 3. And so what is 6 minus 3? That is 3. Not a difficult problem, but we want to understand the terminology. The other one we're going to see when it comes to subtraction problems is the word difference. Right? When you see the word difference, what is the difference? Usually what we're looking for, or almost always what we're looking for, is a subtraction type problem to find the answer, right? So it says when 8 is subtracted from 19, what is the difference, or what is the answer? The answer to a subtraction problem is known as the difference. And so in this case, we're going to take 8 from 19. So 19 would be our larger number. Subtract 8. So we're taking 8 away from 19. And of course, you'd get an answer of 11. And so 11 is the difference, the answer to a subtraction problem. Then, how do addition and subtraction then start to work together? What's the big relationship that we're going to see? To figure this out, we're going to use what's known as the inverse operation. All right? The inverse operation works kind of like this. If I take 5 and subtract 3, I'm going to get an answer of 2. Now the question is, how do I know I'm correct? By using the inverse operation, I'm able to check my work. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to inverse. Inverse kind of means go opposite, right? We went this direction to solve the problem. To check the problem, we're going to actually go the opposite direction, or the inverse direction. And instead of subtracting, we're going to do the opposite symbol, which of course would be addition. It didn't quite line up right, so it looks like some crazy telephone pole now. But what you see here is we see 2 plus 3. Does that equal 5? Yes, it does. That means this answer here is correct because we checked it against this problem here with our inverse operation. Because of inverse operation, we have something known as fact families. And we get a relationship between different numbers. All right, we started to figure out the fact family of 2, 3, and 5. Right? With our previous problem, we saw that 5 minus 3 equals 2. And with this problem here, we realized that 2 plus 3 equals 5. So there must be a greater relationship between all three of these numbers. And it's going to look something like this. We see that 2 plus 3 equals 5. We can also put it in the other order of 3 plus 2 equals 5. Those would cover our addition sides of those three numbers. Now we take the subtraction side, 5 being the larger number, minus 2 equals 3, just like 5 minus 3 equals 2. So these four sets together are what are known as a fact family. And it's a fact family using addition and subtraction, and it covers a relationship between these three numbers. All right. Here's some sample problems to get you on your way. Reviewing the steps of difference and minus, and then starting to work with this idea of fact families. Looking at that relationship between addition and subtraction. That's it for lesson 8.